Are you ready to take the field? Presenting our senior drum major, Laura Oberville. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise for the playing of the late Catholic alma mater and remain standing for our national anthem.
gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's football game between the Lions of Notre Dame Cathedral Latin and your Lake Catholic Cougars. Notre Dame Cathedral Latin High School and Lake Catholic High School are both members of their respective states' high school athletic association and abide by high standards of conduct, competition, and relations with member schools. Your attendance and support of the student athletes and coaches is appreciated by the schools. Both teams are expected to exhibit qualities of good sportsmanship throughout the contest, and the administration of both schools requests the same from all fans. This is a game between young men, and sporting behavior is expected. The officials for this game have been selected and assigned according to procedures adopted by the Ohio High School Athletic Association. The officials for this game are referee John Polk, umpire Tony Jordan, linesman Rudy Demius, line judge Matt Hendy, and back judge Scott Scribbins. The Cougars won the toss and deferred. Lake Catholic will defend the scoreboard end of the field.
Stadium here in Monroe, Ohio, as the Lake Catholic Cougars host the rival Notre Dame Cathedral Latin Lions in the final regular season game of the 2021 season. Lake Catholic has won the toss and deferred to the second half.
John, taking a look at Division I, Region 1 and the upcoming playoffs.
We've got the Lake Catholic Cougars in their all-black uniforms tonight. Notre Dame Cathedral Latin in all white. We've got a beautiful evening here for some high school football. Notre Dame Cathedral Latin is currently 4-5, and they are likely to make the top 16 teams in their region, Division III, Region 9. So it's possible that they will punch their ticket to the playoffs with a victory over the Lake Catholic Cougars tonight, and still potentially make the playoffs, even if they take a loss tonight. And that's with the expanded playoff system that O'Shaw has put in place. And the Lake Catholic Cougars are, I believe, mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. So they're probably hoping to be a bit of a spoiler for Notre Dame Cathedral Latin tonight. They're probably looking to knock out their rivals and send them home packing and not to the postseason. But regardless of record, this game is always a good one. Both teams are out, looking to send this one off. And we've got a brisk fall evening here. About mid-40s. The rain has subsided, so we should have perfect football weather here. We've got number 99, Jacob Height, to send it deep for the Cougars. And it's going to be a squib kick fielded by number 41 of NDCL. He's working around the right edge, catches a block, and he's going to be pushed out at about the 47-yard line, and we've got a penalty flag on the play. And that was a nice return by number 41, Mark Tomei of NDCL. He's going to be their featured running back tonight. Looks like the penalty is going to be holding on NDCL. So that's going to have them take their opening drive from about the 37-yard line. And we've got number 13, Jacob Koenig, and number 8, Ashton Gotham in the backfield. And he's going to give it to Gotham around the right edge, and he's going to be taken down for about a gain of 2. So we've got the Lions looking at about a 2nd and 8, 2nd and 9. Gotham still in the backfield. Koenig takes the snap. He's going to fake it, and he's going to be taken down at about the 41-yard line. So we've got about a 3rd and 7 here. Notre Dame moving at a quick pace. Koenig's going to take the snap. He's going to fake it, rolling right. And he's going to find a man, number 28, and that's going to be enough for a Lion first down. And that was a nice completion to number 28, Ryan Callahan. Tackled by number 3, Aiden Fitzgerald. Notre Dame operating out of the shotgun, back offset to the left, sends a man in motion. He's going to keep it up the middle. It's going to be good for a gain of 2. That was TJ Gibbons for the Cougars on the tackle from his safety position. Koenig takes the snap. He's going to give it to number 8. Gotham looking for some room, and he's going to get stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It was TJ Gibbons again on the tackle. We've got a 3rd and 9. Koenig's going to roll right, looking for a man, and he's going to complete it to number 4, Tim Mamone, the senior wide receiver. And we're going to be looking at a 4th and 3 here. And this is going to be a big down for the Cougars, hoping to get NDCL. NDCL is going to send in the punt team. It's going to be number 44 for the Lions, Gianni Spedic, to send it deep. And the return man for the Cougars is number 3, Aiden Fitzgerald. And he's a dangerous return man. And it's going to be a good punt fielded by Fitzgerald. Fair caught at about the 14-yard line. And the Cougars are going to have a 1st and 10 from about their 13 or 14-yard line. The Cougars are starting off with number 2, Nick Brandt, at quarterback. And we've got number 27 offset to his left. He's going to give it to him. And he's going to be able to fall forward for a nice gain. And that was Josh Stiles on the carry. Josh Stiles is a sophomore running back and linebacker for the Cougars.
Gain of 4 on the play, 2nd down and 6 for the Cougars.
So we've got a lot of youth in there for the Cougars right now. Nick Brandt is a junior at quarterback. Number 24, Gregory Thomas, is out there. He's a sophomore. Josh Stiles is going to take the carry around the left edge, looking for some room. And he's going to be taken down after a nice gain. And the Cougars are going to be looking at a 3rd and short here, about 3rd and 2 yards.
3rd down and 2 for the Cougars.
Cougars taking the call from the sideline. Brandt getting the offense set. Brandt's going to send a man in motion. He's going to give it to him. That's Gregory Thomas around the right edge. And he's going to be tackled by a swarm of Lions there for maybe a loss of a yard.
Gregory Thomas, the ball carrier.
And that's going to bring on the punt unit for the Lake Catholic Cougars.
Loss of 1.
We've got number 99, Jacob Height, on to punt the ball for the Cougars. And number 41, Mark Tome, to return for the Lions. That's a good snap, and it's a high spiraling kick from Height, and it's going to bounce out right at about the 50-yard line. Looks like the referee got it out at about the 45, so NDCL is going to take over right at about midfield. NDCL operating out of 11 personnel, sends a man in motion. He's going to give it to him. He's looking to pass it, and it's going to be incomplete. Looked like he had his man, but left it a little short. So the Lions trying some trickeration early on in this game. We've got the Lions out of the stack formation, and he's going to give it to the tailback. And he's going to be able to plow forward for about a gain of 3 or 4 yards.
Ashton got him the ball carrier. Tackled by James O'Keefe.
James O'Keefe on the tackle for the Cougars. Koenig's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it to Gotham. Oh, he's going to keep it and fling it out to the right. Incomplete. Good ball fake by the Lions there. They got me on that one. Looks like we've got a stoppage here. The referees may be discussing whether it was a forward pass or a fumble, and they're going to go ahead and waive it. So the Lions sending on the punt team. And Cougars able to force another turnover. So the defense is hanging strong. Aiden Fitzgerald is deep for the Cougars. The snap is good. The kick is off. And it's going to be short. And looks like it's going to be down by the Lions at about the 25-yard line. So we've got 6:47 left in the first quarter. Score still 0-0. And the Cougars hopeful to put a drive here to put a drive together. As I was mentioning, we got a lot of youth on the Cougars this year. So we're getting a lot of sophomores and even some freshmen, some good playing time here at the varsity level. We've got Nick Brandt at quarterback and number 27, Josh Stiles at running back. He's going to go offset left at Brandt, and he's going to give it to Stiles up the middle. And he's going to be able to pick up about 3 yards.
Josh Stiles, the ball carrier. Michael Roddinghouse on the tackle. Gain of 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7 for the Cougars.
Cougars operating out of the empty. And he's going to feel some pressure, and he's going to end up getting sacked at about the 15-yard line. That was Michael Roddinghouse, number 56, on the sack for the Lions. A loss of 10 for the Cougars. We're looking at a 3rd and 17 here in our own territory. Stiles offset to the right. And he's going to fake it. Brandt's going to work up the middle for a small gain, and it looks like we're going to have another punt here.
You know, about 6 on the play.
He did get 6 yards back, John, but way short of the first down.
4th and 11 for the Cougars.
So 4th and 11 for the Cougars as they punt it on to NDCL.
Jake Kite in punt formation for the Cougars.
Jake Kite, the punter, and number 41, Mark Tome, to return for NDCL. And it's going to be a high punt, bounce right at the 50, and it's going to take a Cougar bounce all the way to about the 30-yard line. So NDCL will take over here with 4:50 left in the first quarter. Still knotted up, 0-0. So it's looking like we have a nice defensive battle going on tonight. NDCL is fighting for a potential playoff berth. It's possible they could make it either way, whether they win or lose tonight, but I'm sure they'd like to control their own destiny, and that's going to be an option over to the right sideline, and number 41, Mark Tome, is going to get the first down. He's able to move the chains with about an 11-yard gain. Tackled by Tyler Seacrest. Koenig's going to take the snap, and he's going to keep it, working the right edge. And he's going to be taken down after about a gain of 2 yards. Antonelli on the tackle for the Cougars. NDCL running a bit of a wildcat formation. Going to take the snap and pitch it back to number 41, Mark Tome, but not able to fool the Cougars on that. Tackle by John O'Keefe for the Cougars. NDCL going back to their standard formation. Sends the back in motion, looking to throw, and he completes it short to number 28. And that's going to be tackled by number 41, Nick Antonelli for the Cougars. And that was number 28, Ryan Callahan, on the reception for NDCL, and we've got yet another punt here. It's going to be Aiden Fitzgerald deep for the Cougars. And it's going to be a good punt. Fitzgerald's going to let it bounce, and it's going to take a Lions bounce. And it's going to pin the Cougars pretty deep in their own territory. So it's going to be downed on the 2-yard line where the Cougars will take over. So the Cougars are going to have their backs against the wall here, hoping to maybe get some breathing room. Styles offset to the left. And he's going to lead for Brandt. Brandt able to get out of the end zone, but might have even been a loss of 1. So Cougars hoping that the first score of this game is not a safety. Nick Brandt sets Styles to his right, and Brandt's going to keep it up the middle. And he's able to pick up a couple yards there. Brandt getting the offense set. Styles to his right. He's going to take the snap. He's looking for a man. Surveying the field. And he's going to find number 7 with some running room up the left sideline. And that's Andrew Thielman, the senior tight end. Thielman able to get some separation and make a great play up the sideline for the Cougars. Cougars operating with 1:10 left in the first quarter. And we've got a Cougar first down. And they're going to give it to Styles off the left side. And he's going to fall forward for about a gain of 3. We're going to have a 2nd and 7 for the Cougars. Nick Brandt getting the call from offensive coordinator Bill Sowers. We've got a bunch formation to the right, back offset to the right. Brandt surveying the field, rolling right. And he's going to keep it and be taken down at about the 29-yard line. Cougars looking at a 3rd and 4. And that's the end of the first quarter. So we're going to be flipping the field here at Jerome T. Osborne Stadium. Score still knotted up, 0-0 after 1. It's been quite the defensive battle here tonight. I think there's only been about 3 first downs in the whole first quarter so far. Cougars hoping to be the spoiler in this game. It is possible that even with a loss that NDCL will still make the playoffs, but you know they're wanting to control their own destiny, so they're wanting to come out of this game with a W and secure their spot in the Division III Region 9. Cougars unfortunately are mathematically eliminated, but you know, it's been a good year for some learning and getting some of these younger guys some good experience. You know, I know Cougar Nation's excited to see what the future holds here. It's always a good start to the next football season if we could get a big win against our rivals here. Looks like we're going to have a false start on the Cougars. Looks like that was number 27, Josh Stiles, may have jumped out of his set tailback position. Cougars operating out of 10 personnel. Back offset to the right. Brandt's going to drop back, looks for a man, and Aiden Fitzgerald, number 3, was the intended target. And the pass sails incomplete out of bounds. It looks like the Cougars are sending on the punt team. Jake Height, number 99, to send the punt for the Cougars. And it looks like the punter's knee hit the ground after he caught the ball, so they're going to down him. So it's going to be NDCL ball at about the Cougars' 11-yard line. So that's a tough rule in high school. Even if the knee hits, whether there's contact or not, the ball carrier is going to be downed. So unfortunately, that's exactly what happened. He dropped down to pick up the low snap, and his knee skid the ground. So it's going to give the Lions some opportunity here. Hopefully the Cougars defense can bend but not break and hold them to 3. And man got loose for Notre Dame. It looked like it was intended for number 94, Bryce Wheatley, and it went in and out of his hands. Koenig's going to be under center with the stack formation behind him. Koenig takes the snap. Looks like he's working the option. He's going to pitch it, and That's going to be number 41 for the Lions. Mark Tome able to burst forward for a solid gain. Looks like they got him out of bounds at about the 4-yard line. So we've got a 3rd and 3 situation for the Lions. And they're running the Wildcat formation. Number 21 is going to take the direct snap, and he's going to be able to make his way into the end zone for a touchdown. So touchdown NDCL, number 21, Matt Farrell, senior running back. So NDCL able to take advantage of the Cougars' mishap on the punt. Take advantage of that good field position. We've got number 44 on for NDCL, Gianni Spedic for the PAT. Snap is good, hold is down, and the kick's going to be blocked. All right, so the Cougars blocked the kick. That could play out big for the Cougars, able to keep it to 6-0 instead of 7-0. That was blocked by Nick Pisano.
NDCL 6, Cougars, no score.
The Cougars looking to receive this kick. We've got number 27, Joshua Stiles, and number 24, Gregory Thomas back to receive for the Cougars. And it's going to be a deep kick fielded by Stiles at about the 2-yard line. He's going to bring it up the middle of the field, and he's going to bounce to the hash for a nice return to about the 28-yard line. Oh, and it looks like we're going to have a late flag. Dead ball. I think that's going to be a personal foul on NDCL. With this being a big rivalry game, you know it's going to get a little chippy. You just hope it stays under control. And that's going to be a solid pickup of 15 for the Cougars. And the Cougars taking over at about the 41-yard line. Brandt's going to take the snap, and he's going to give it to number 4. And he's going to have nowhere to run, and that was Carter Cantrell on the carry.
Carter Cantrell, ball carry for the Cougars. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 11 for the Cougars.
Cantrell offset to Brandt's left. Brandt's going to take the snap, surveying the field, and he's going to go deep and just overthrows number 3, Aiden Fitzgerald. Now, Aiden Fitzgerald is definitely his number 1 target. Aiden has 6 touchdowns on the year with over 360 yards receiving. Cougars looking to the sideline, taking the call from Bill Sowers. Brandt's going to offset Styles to his left. He's surveying the field, and he's going to tuck it, and he's going to get sacked by number 24 for NDCL, Matt Erda, junior linebacker. It's going to be a loss of 9 for the Cougars as they send on the punt team. We've got 10 minutes left in the second quarter. The Cougars are punting it away to the NDCL. That's a good snap, and the punt is off. And it's going to be a high, short punt out right at about midfield. We've got a penalty flag on the play. It's in the spot by the punter. Lake Catholic seems to be thinking it's in their favor, so likely either running into or roughing the kicker. The referees are having a discussion.
Tim Willis, and there's a couple more. So who's who in the coaches?
Referees are having a big discussion. I'm assuming it's having to deal with running into versus roughing.
Didn't seem like that any kind of
So it looks like they're sending the punt team back out. So I'm assuming it was only a running into the kicker. So that's going to be the main difference. They're only going to pick up 5 yards versus the dead ball personal foul of roughing the kicker. So the Cougars are going to punt again. Jacob Height, number 99, to send it deep. It's a good snap, and the kick is off. It's going to be a better punt, fielded at about the 28-yard line, and he's going to pick up about 5 yards on the return. Mark Tomei able to get it up to about the 35-yard line.
First and 10 Lions on the 33-yard line.
So NDCL taking over here with 9:52 left in the half. Koenig's got his back offset to the left. Who's going to lead for him around the left edge? And he's going to get hit hard by a gang of Cougars. It looks like number 9, number 41, Antonelli. So no gain for the Lions. 2nd and 10. Koenig takes the snap. He's going to keep it, surveying the field, and he's going to complete it to number 12, to Will Epich.
All he had to do was get 1 foot down, and he did.
And Aiden Fitzgerald on the coverage. It's going to be a pickup of 15 and move the chains for the Lions. Lions operating out of the I formation. Koenig takes the snap. He's going to give it to the tailback, number 8. And number 8 is going to be brought down by number 54. It's Jordan Bates and Nick Antonelli on the tackle.
Gain of 3, 2nd down and 7.
And Koenig's going to pitch it. Oh! The ball hit the turf, but able to get covered back up by number 8, Ashton Gotham.
Loss of 8 on the play.
It's going to be a loss of 8 for the Lions, so now facing a 3rd and 15. Koenig in this shotgun. He's going to feel some pressure. And, that was number 11, TJ Gibbons, on the blitz, able to disrupt the play, keep the screen from getting set up. So that's a big stop by the Cougars there. NDCL on to punt. Number 3, Aiden Fitzgerald, deep for the Cougars. Hoping maybe we can get a play on special teams here or something. Get the Cougars going. Snap is back, punt is up. It's going to be fielded by Fitzgerald. Fair caught at about the 28-yard line. So the Cougars set to take over with 8 minutes left in the half.
First and 10 Cougars on the 28-yard line.
John, you've seen 7 punts already, and you probably might not have seen 7 punts all year, really. So, yes, they do have to get that offensive movement.
Cougars staying in 10 personnel with the bunch trip to the left. Back offset to the left. Carter Cantrell flaring out. He's going to complete the pass, looking for some running room, and he's going to be dropped for the original line of scrimmage. Not able to find much running room. Cougars 2nd and 10.
Loss of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 12 for the Cougars.
Brandt getting the call. Offsets his back to his right. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, and he's going to have some running room up the middle. And that's Nick Brandt able to get a solid gain to get the Cougars to a manageable 3rd and 5. I'm sorry, 3rd and 4. So Cougars taking the call. Back offset to the right. Takes the snap, drops back, and he's going to dump it off to his running back, who's going to get hit hard. And he coughs the ball up. It looks like the referees are going to stick with that it was a completed pass and a fumble. I'm not too sure that he actually had possession of the ball before it came loose. Referees are having a discussion. And looks like they're going to keep with their original call. The ball was fumbled and turned over. So NDCL taking over in Lake Catholic territory at about the 16-yard line. Koenig's under center. He's going to pitch it to the left. He's got some running room around the left edge. Aiden Fitzgerald on the tackle for the Cougars. Back offset to the right. He's going to fake it, keep it around the right edge, and number 16 for the Cougars able to take him down as Jason Sewell. So NDCL 3rd and 7 with 5:45 left in the half. Koenig takes the snap. He's scrambling around, and he's going to be taken down by number 54, Jordan Bates, with a big-time sack. Bates having a good game today. Got a sack, a tackle for a loss, and a couple of tackles right at the line of scrimmage. So NDCL bringing on the field goal unit. Number 13, the holder, is their quarterback. The snap is good, hold is down, and it's going to be blocked again. And it's going to be picked up by number 27, Josh Stiles. And he's going to be able to get that to about midfield. So the Cougars with a big special teams play, hoping to energize that sideline and get a score before half. And we've got 4:49 left in the half with the Cougars taking over. That's what it's all about, all three phases of the ball game. Cougars dealing with a lot of adversity, turning the ball over, and able to, stay focused and come up with a big play on special teams there. So that's their second block kick of the night. One on a PAT and one on a field goal. Brant sends Thomas in motion. It's going to be a double reverse pass, and Brant's in some trouble, able to get it away and almost intercepted, but it's going to fall incomplete, and the Cougars are going to be looking at 2nd and 10. So, able to avoid some disaster there. So 4:40 left in the half, 2nd and 10 from about midfield. Cougars still operating out of 10 personnel. Cantrell offset to the right. Brant's going to fake it. He's going to keep it up the middle, makes a man miss, and he's going to fall forward to almost the 40-yard line. And they're going to spot him at about the 42. So 3rd and 1, just shy of the sticks. So the Cougars able to effectively run the quarterback up the middle. Nice blocking on that play. Stiles is checking into the ball game for the Cougars. Brant's bringing the play in. It looks like Lake Catholic's bringing in the heavy package. Jordan Bates in the backfield. The Cougars rethinking it as they take a timeout. 3:48 left in the half. And a big 3rd and 1.
Are your business services taxable or non-taxable to the state of Ohio? Do you need help filing your sales tax on the Ohio Business Gateway? We can help. Call Zappatelli Financial Services at 440-354-0375.
So Lake Catholic in the stack formation. Brandt's going to take the snap, hand it to the tailback. Styles has some room, and he's going to break free with a Lion on his back. And that's going to be able to move the chains. It's getting the Cougar sideline excited. So we've got 3:35 left in the half. And the score is 6-0. Cougars break the huddle, stay in the stack formation. Brandt takes the snap. He's going to hand it to Styles, and Styles is going to be stuffed in the backfield that time. And, might even be for a loss of 1. So Cougars looking at a 2nd and 11. Brandt's bringing the play in. Cougars break the huddle. Looks like they're staying in the stack formation. Big Jordan Bates in the backfield. Oh, Brandt fumbles the snap. Lions are saying they have it. And they do. So NDCL Lions are going to take over at their own 30-yard line with 2:30 left in the first half. So the Cougars not able to capitalize off of that blocked field goal and go ahead and turn the ball over themselves. So hopefully the Cougars can keep NDCL out of the end zone here to end this second half. Koenig takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's rolling left, and it's going to go incomplete out of bounds. And that was intended for number 12, Epic, for the Lions. Koenig in the shotgun with the back offset to his left. He's going to take the snap. It looks like they're running the option, and he's going to keep it for a solid gain 6 or 7 yards. Tackled by Alexis Pacheco for the Cougars. Alexis Pacheco is no stranger on this Cougar defense. He might be reaching 100 tackles on the season this year in this game. Koenig under center. And he's going to fake it. Rolling right. And it's going to sail high. And that's number 28 for the Cougars. James O'Keefe on the coverage. So that's going to stop the clock at 1:40. And it's going to bring on the punt team for the Lions. So Lake Catholic able to get a stop after turning the ball over and hopefully put a drive together here before going into the half. Number 3, Aiden Fitzgerald, is deep for the return. The snap is back and the kick is off. Fielded by Fitzgerald, and it's going to be fair caught at the 35. So Lake Catholic going to go to work here with 1:34 left in the half, down 6-0.
Scoring so far was a fair 3-yard score. 11:35 mark. This is second quarter. The status kick was blocked. It was blocked.
So Lake Catholic coming out with number 24 Gregory Thomas, number 27 Josh Stiles, and number 4 Carter Cantrell. So it's going to be a bit of a wildcat formation for the Cougars. Stiles is going to take the direct snap, working the left side, and he's going to be able to get a small gain of about 3 yards. Nick Brandt is going to come back onto the field. Carter Cantrell checks out. Cougars looking at a 2nd and 7 from about the 38-yard line. Brandt's in the shotgun. He's going to offset Stiles to his right. He's going to take the snap, fake the handoff, work the middle, and he's going to get another good gain of about 3 or 4 yards. So the Cougars looking at about a 3rd and 2 yards. So 3rd and 2 with 30 seconds ticking off before the half. And looks like the Cougars are wanting to just take this into the half. Coach Marty Gibbons is out on the field watching the clock. And he's going to go ahead and burn a timeout with 6 seconds left. Let's see what Coach Marty's thinking about. Maybe he wanted to get the clock down far enough to take one shot at it. Strategically take an aggressive play without giving NDCL also a chance to potentially score. So we've got 6 seconds left in the half, and the score is 6-0. NDCL Lions leading the Cougars. We've got the ball. The Cougars got the ball on their own 38-yard line. Two receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left in the boundary. Back offset to the left. Brandt's going to send a man in motion. He's going to fake it, and he's going to keep it himself. And the Cougars are going to take this into halftime. So we go into halftime here at Jerome T. Osborne Stadium with Notre Dame Cathedral Latin leading the Lake Catholic Cougars 6-0.
NDCL Lions 6, Lake Catholic Cougars, no score.
band is led by drum major Kyle Yates, assistant drum major Brianna Ackerman, with color guard captain Natalie Kresick and Lieutenant Sophia Thornhill. Drum majors, is your band ready to take the field? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the NDCL Marching Lions. Tonight's show opens with the Abramax hit Kings and Queens.
Ladies and gentlemen, now taking the field under the direction of Mr. Scott Posey and Mr. Jim Slight. The present instructor is Mr. John Mullen. Student teacher is Kate Pastor. The auxiliary coach is Mrs. Grace Ellis. Administrative coordinator is Mrs. Jennifer Brett. Under the field command of Drum Major Laura Obergefell. The 2021-2022 Lake Catholic Cougar Pride Marching Band. In the past year and a half, many events have had to be canceled or rescheduled. As a result, I'm attending my 8th wedding this coming weekend, and my bank account is completely drained. Our halftime show features music that you might hear at one of these events or along the nuptial journey. Our first song by the Beatles celebrates finding that special person and realizing for the first time that she loves you. stresses and work that life can sometimes possess. Isn't it nice to spend some time with that special person and just to know that you have a groovy kind of love? Say me, I love you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your attention, and thank you for your support all season long. We would like to especially wish our senior Cougars and the senior Lions the best in their endeavors. Also, please join us for the Lake Catholic Craft Fair on Saturday, November 6th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Admission is only $3 and $2 for seniors. Thank you so much. We are the 2021-2022 Cougar Ride Marching Band.
Is your vehicle trying to tell you something? Start listening and take it to one of Zappy's Auto Wash's 8 neighborhood locations. They'll get it clean and looking like it just came off the showroom floor. Zappy's also offers a wide variety of detailing services at their Menor Avenue location. And while you're there, be sure to ask about gift certificates and gift cards. They make great stocking stuffers. If your vehicle is leaving you messages, take it to Zappy's. Because when it comes to keeping your car clean, Zappy's Auto Washes outshines the rest.
Your alma mater. Go Cougars!
Years of experience is starting to show. Rob.
So we've got about a minute and 30 left in halftime, and we were able to honor the 2001 state championship team for the Lake Catholic Cougars at halftime, which was a pretty cool sighting. We had past coach Mike Bell out there on the field, who was the coach when I was here playing back in 2010, and a lot of legendary names on the 2001 team. Some guys that were also on the coaching staff with Mike Bell when I was playing, mainly Chris Cohn, Kevin Bowers, a lot of big-time history here at Lake Catholic, and that's one of the teams that we tried to emulate when I was playing here.
Second half, because you're not going to be able to throw the ball. It's raining pretty good.
And we've got the NDCL Lions leading the Lake Catholic Cougars 6-0 to open up this second half. Had some downpouring rain at halftime, but it seems like that's subsided here. So hopefully stay dry for the second half.
Really should be 0-0 because you don't see that happen too often. There's only been one scoring, and that is at the 11:35 mark. Matthew took it in from 2 yards out. After that, knee down, punted by the punter. So Lions got the ball and ran it in for the 3-yard score, and Spedek's kick was blocked. The second block kick was seen here too.
Both times they hit one on the extra point and on the 41-yard field.
As the referees wait to send us off for the second half, I've got Corey joining me to do the announcing for this rest of this ball game. Corey, what are you excited to see here in the second half?
Well, first of all, hi Rob, it's good to see you. I'm happy to be here.
Happy to have you, man.
I'm really looking forward to seeing how the running game is. It seemed like it was picking up a little bit at the end of the second half, so hopefully they can build off that. When you look at the offensive line, they got some big boys up there, so hopefully they'll be able to make some room. And just got to see how it goes.
For sure. So we're excited for this second half. As I already mentioned, the Cougars are mathematically eliminated. NDCL is looking like they're going to be making the playoffs. So still be nice, though, in a rivalry game to kind of stick it to them here. But so we're off. It's a deep kick. It's going to be fielded at about the 3-yard line, taking up the left hash. It's going to be brought down at about the 22-yard line. And that was number 27, Joshua Stiles, on the return for the Cougars.
Another member of that 2001 team is Tommy Dwyer.
Corey, we got a lot of underclassmen for the Cougars getting some experience here, especially towards the end of the season. Some of the main underclassmen we're going to see here is number 27, Joshua Stiles, number 24, Gregory Thomas, both of them at the running back position.
One receiver to the right, one to the left.
You know, that's the best part about when it comes towards the end of the season. The coaches really know how to prepare the younger guys for the next step. And the upperclassmen that will continue and be juniors or seniors this year, they really get to build a bond and continue that over the summer up until next year. And usually it leads to greater success. So it's great to see.
Definitely.
They had 6 or 7.
That was Stiles on the ball carry for maybe a loss of 1.
118-pound defensive line.
No game, second down to 10 for the Cougars.
To the right. Morgan is a wing to the left.
So we've got Brandt in the shotgun. Stiles offset to his right. Brandt's going to take the snap. He's rolling right, pump fake. He's going to go deep to number 3, and it's just a little short of Aiden Fitzgerald. We had number 17, Ryan Nixa on the coverage for the Lions. So, Corey, I like that the Cougars are coming out firing there. You know, they start off with the first play, run up the middle, and then do a little bit of play action, pump fake, hitch and go, try to take the top off the defense.
You know, it's really cool. Aiden Fitzgerald, so, you know, I grew up in Mentor my whole life. You know, and Aiden's one of the few kids that I saw growing up when his father was a grade school football coach. Aiden was just running around with the guys. And it's really cool to see.
Oh, and it's going to be intercepted there. Not to cut you off, but I know the Fitzgerald family runs deep here at Lake Catholic, and it seems like you have some firsthand experience with that family.
Yeah, Connor, he was one of our quarterbacks when he was a junior. I was a senior. You know, he helped lead the offense. Patrick, he was a year above me, graduated in 2014. He was a wide receiver there. They're just really dedicated kids. They definitely have a passion, and their father definitely helped with that. And, you know, they're a great family that does what they can for the Lake Catholic community, and it's pretty amazing to see how well they have all grown up.
So the Lions taking over here. Koenig dropping back. He's going to launch one deep to number 17, and it's going to be a little bit out of reach. So we had, I believe, number 28, James O'Keefe on the coverage.
On that coverage, James O'Keefe, senior, 6'1", 175, step for step. He was there.
Now, Koenig goes out, split to his right.
So we got the Lions running the Wildcat here. Take the shotgun snap and pitch it back to number 8. It's going to be Ashton Gotham on the carry. He's going to be able to get a nice gain of about 6. So 3rd and 4 for the Lions here.
Do you know if it was this year or last year? I know it was when Marty took over as head coach. They brought on the white helmets.
I believe that was his first year.
Okay.
When he took over.
It's definitely nice to see that they're
going back to the roots there with the white helmets.
You probably had them when you played.
We did, yeah. We were in the white helmets, and then I know shortly after I graduated in 2010, they made the switch over to silver.
Yep.
And then, but I know there's a lot of tradition with the white helmets, and it's good to see that back here. So Koenig's going to work the option around the right edge. He's going to keep it, and that should be enough for a first down.
Well, one of the best parts about the coaching staff when you look at them, Marty, you know, I know that there's Mark Banowitz that helps out. Jimmy King is their strength coach, and John Stepek, when he is available, he would help. He helped a lot more last year. They thrive on their tradition, and they thrive on bringing up one another.
Right, and to kind of build off of that, Corey, you don't get a lot of programs where it's guys that walk those same hallways, went through it as a player, to come back and be able to be a coach. And, you know, that's 4 or 5 guys just off the top of your head you were able to name off. And I know Tommy Michaels is on staff this year.
Yep.
He played. So, you know, I think that speaks volume of what people feel and believe in this program and what they want it to be and how they want it to continue that tradition.
Definitely. And also, I think the youngest, or not necessarily the youngest, one of the newest coaches, he actually graduated in 2016. His father's Coach Martinis, which he's probably been around, I think, even before you started in 2010.
Right, yeah. You're talking about Sam?
Yeah, Sam.
Yeah, Sam. And his dad's also on staff, so we got multiple generations just wanting to keep that tradition going.
Football that often, where the quarterback will split out wide and pitch to the. It's not like they're faking anything. They're just pitching it from behind, and it's working. It's working.
NDCL operating out of the shotgun. Looks like the Wildcat direct snap to running back 21, working the left edge, and he's going to be able to make his way into the end zone. So NDCL off to a quick start here in the second half with a nice interception and a nice drive for a touchdown. So it's going to be 12-0 NDCL with 8:22 left in the third quarter.
They were just able to do real well. They spread the tackles a lot, and I was looking at, the stats. They have a right tackle that's at almost over 230 pounds. Looks like they're going for a 2-point.
It looks like a little pop pass, and it's going to fall incomplete at the back of the end zone. So Cougars able to dodge a bullet there on the point after attempt. So just need a couple of scores. Got to find pay dirt, and hopefully we can make this interesting here.
NDCL 12, Cougars, no score. Good Saturday night.
The Cougars are going to have number 27, Joshua Stiles, and number 24, Gregory Thomas back to receive the kick. Both of them are sophomores. So I'm real excited to see what the future holds for the Cougars here. A lot of these guys, sophomores and juniors, they went on a state championship run last year. And then, they're kind of seeing the opposite end of the spectrum this year with a little bit of a tough year. They lost some key players in that senior class. But just a lot of adversity this year, some injuries. But I think the future is bright here. And I know last week we got to see some sophomore and freshman quarterbacks get in, sling the ball around. So there's not much better that you can do for some of these young kids than get them varsity experience.
Fumble.
Josh Stiles is going to have a hard time fielding that kick, and it looks like NDCL might have recovered the muffed kick. So NDCL is going to take over with prime field position at Lake Catholic's 20-yard line.
It's one of the toughest things for a young guy to do. They really, the young guys with all the heart, they really want to step it up, and just got to take it one step at a time. And you could see that he's a little upset, but it's a good lesson for him to learn that he'll recoup and he'll be able to get back to it, especially if he says that he also plays safety. So if he gets on defense or if he just keeps running the ball, I think he'll be able to pick it up.
It looks like some trickeration. Almost intercepted. That was number 16 for the Cougars, Jason Stuhl, on the coverage. Man, he had nothing but daylight if he caught that one.
He read it real quick. I'll be honest, I didn't even know what was going on. I'm surprised he picked it up. He did really well on that play.
Yep. It's going to be number 8 plowing forward for NDCL. Ashton got him.
Getting them kind of slow. Trying to get his number.
83 on the play. Down in 7.
Lions up to the line of scrimmage with 7:40 to go. Third quarter.
So the Lions facing a 3rd and 7 here. Cougars looking to get a stop and minimize the damage on the fumbled kickoff. Koenig takes the snap. He slings it to the right. It's going to be completed, but good coverage by number 28. And that's James O'Keefe on the coverage and the quick tackle. Good play by O'Keefe. So it's going to be 4th and 3, and it looks like NDCL is keeping the offense on the field. Koenig's in the pistol. Back flaring out to the right, and he's looking for a man, feeling some pressure, and he's going to be able to scamper forward, but we've got a penalty flag on on the field. And it looks like it's going to be holding against NDCL.
Big break.
So it looks like the Cougars are going to have no choice but to accept the penalty and move them on back.
So now it'll be a spot foul, 15 back from where that referee is.
Mark it off from the 5-yard line back to the 15. So it's going to be 4th down and about 5 yards to go.
So we've got a 4th and 5 here.
So we're at the 14. It was 4th and 4. So we haven't lost much there. It'd be a shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left.
Ball's on the 15-yard line.
One back in the backfield.
6:42
Koenig's getting the call from the NDCL sideline.
The wing shifts out to the left, so we have 2 receivers left.
Operating out of the pistol, sends the back off to the left.
And
he's going to throw a quick slant, and it's going to fall incomplete.
That was a great way to take an opportunity and seal the deal. Let's hope the offense, they can get moving. See if the offensive line can get them pushing.
Well, John, Cougars held
And
there.
give the quarterback a little bit of time.
Right, that's a good turnover on downs. Hopefully energize the sideline a little bit. Get a nice drive going. We've got 6:38 left in the third quarter. NDCL is leading the Cougars 12-0. Nick Brandt in the shotgun. Joshua Stiles offset to his right. He's going to keep it. And he's going to get tackled by 2 NDCL Lions, almost right back at the line of scrimmage.
On the first tackle, Matt Erda, we've been calling his name quite a bit today. That's having a great year for the Lions.
Cougars up to the line of scrimmage, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right.
You know, one of the best things about having I'd say fewer numbers on the team compared to Division I schools. You know, you look at somebody like the center, Nick Pisano. He's working both ways, offensive line, defensive line. But it just shows how
Ball's on the ground again, and it's recovered by the line.
it shows how conditioned the team is. But
yeah, no, that's a good point. And we've got a turnover down on the field. It looks like the Cougars fumbled the ball and NDCL was able to recover. But, yeah, you know, to feed off of what you're saying, these guys got to be in great shape. Lake Catholic doesn't have the numbers to have designated offensive starters, defensive starters, so these guys really get to learn the ball game on both sides of the ball. They got to be in great shape. So there's probably a lot of guys that didn't even come off of the field after that turnover.
do you remember when you were at Lake Catholic, we would always do gassers?
Right.
NDCL
NDCL doing that little pitch run.
Yeah, one of the Lake Catholic's favorite things to condition the players, they would have us do gassers, and I think they'd have us do about 10 of them, and then they would have us go on a lap. We would start by the gym, run all the way up to 306, down Bellflower, all the way to the church, and back around. I think we used to have to do that about 3 to 5 times.
Yeah, the classic Cougar jog, huh?
Except I think they put in the turf at Lake Catholic in 2014, so I think we got a little lucky with that. You know, doing all the sprints and all that on the ground or on the dirt does not seem ideal for you guys.
Right. Koenig working the right side, got his option man, but he's going to keep it, and he's going to get a good gain of about 8 yards.
You know, with what you said about getting these guys to experience every single, like both sides of the ball, I think that just helps them the most part when they want to, or if they want to take the next step to college. It really gives them a chance to show coaches what they know, expand their horizons, and, you know, honestly, if they choose it, they can go anywhere. There's a lot of great schools out there, even local here, that they definitely come and watch. So you just got to wait and see.
Definitely. I know over the last decade we've had quite a lot of Cougars go on to play, Division III football in the OAC, Heidelberg, John Carroll, Mount Union, which is all very good football. So these guys are able to kind of continue their passion to play football while going to college and getting their education. It helps it with a lot more than just football too. It's discipline in the classroom, keeping that routine schedule.
Definitely, and pretty sure it was when you look at the coaching staff, there's Jimmy King, I think you said Tommy Michaels, and even Marty. They all played at John Carroll as well.
Yep. So I played at John Carroll. Those guys were all a year younger than me, so that was. Oh, and we're gonna get another NDCL touchdown here around the left edge. So that was Koenig, the keeper. But yeah, Lake Catholic's got a nice little pipeline to both John Carroll and I know a lot of guys recently have been going to Baldwin Wallace. So it keeps it fun, those guys can talk smack after playing high school with each other and then going to rival schools at the next level.
For sure, and that time they got it in.
But it all leads back to that Cougar brotherhood, so.
What position were you in when you played at John Carroll and even at Lake Catholic?
So I played linebacker, and I was actually the long snapper. So. And the first successful PAT of the night. Gonna go right through the upright. So we've got a score of 17-0. Notre Dame Cathedral Latin leading the Cougars.
19-0.
Oh, 19-0. I'm sorry about that. So the Cougars are going to have Stiles and Thomas back to return the kick.
Back to Leonard Stadium where it's the Lions 19, the Cougars nothing. It was WINT High School Game of the Week, presented by Dominion Energy Ohio.
They have the black jerseys here when you played here, Corey?
Sadly, no. We we got new jerseys, I believe in 2014. It was just we had green and white, but I think it's about every 4 years maybe they transition through. If we would have had the black ones, I would have loved to play even more.
Yeah, those are sharp. So Stiles is going to take this one up the hash line, and he's going to fall forward to about the 30-yard line. So good return there.
The cool thing about, even talking to you now is able to see how similar and also how different it is. We only graduated 5 years apart, but you could tell that they were progressive in other things and they kept some things the same. I bet they did the same thing in the chapel pregame with you guys.
Right, yeah. All that tradition runs real deep. So I'm sure it was a real nice chapel today with them honoring this 2001 state championship team. Those guys were probably loving being back on campus. And those guys graduating in 2001 probably saying the same thing. Not much has changed. Going through the same chapel and same pregame routine, shooting down Bellflower to come over to the game.
The coolest thing that they would always do is they would always bring guys back or coaches, whoever it was, played, coached, anybody from the past. I think I had a few guys that were even part of the early 90s, the 91 and 92 state championship. They came and spoke every somebody would come every week, but I think there were a few people that would come multiple weeks, and they just had these heartfelt stories that just really lifted you up. And also, I hope that they did this with you. Did you remember the song Phil Collins with the drum solo?
Yep. That's been going on, I think, forever. So it's definitely cool that everybody that goes through this program gets to go through the same experiences, and I know those experiences resonate with all the guys that I played with, and we had some legendary chapel speakers. I know Jesse Ackerman, who's been in the NFL, some of the biggest Division I football teams, strength and conditioning. They would find their way back to Mentor, Ohio, even during football season, to just stop by and give us a little pep talk. Eric Catani, who played at Navy, had a stint in the NFL. He would drop off bags of gear, Navy, Patriots gear, just team-issued gear, and say, "Here, guys, help yourselves." Just a lot of cool experiences, and it all leads back to those hallways at Lake Catholic.
Quarterback, when they're calling in plays like that, you can allude to it after the next play.
Brandt's going to take the snap. He's feeling some pressure. It's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Aiden Fitzgerald on the jailbreak screen there. So Lake Catholic going to send on the punt unit. So we've got 2:40 left in the third quarter. Score is 19-0. NDCL leading.
So it's all by some kind of mechanism where everybody knows on the Cougars what the play is going to be, because it's a signal of some sort.
They're all standing there looking toward the sideline. Height will be punting from about his own 20-yard line. Tomei is back at his 45.
It's going to be a high short kick, signaling for the fair catch. So NDCL is going to take over right about the 45-yard line.
The Lions have shown that the Cougars have not shown the ability to stop the Lions the last 3 times. 2 of the last 3 times they had the Lions.
Well, the game's not blown out of proportion. It's only 19 points. They could come back, and you never know. They could turn.
So we got a 3-score ball game here. It's definitely not out of reach, but the Cougars are going to have to make a move here soon. So a big defensive stop or some sort of turnover here would be huge for the Cougars.
14 more minutes. They can score some points. They could do some damage.
So Koenig's going to take the snap, and he's going to run right, and he's got some room. It's going to be good for about a 7-yard gain.
Looked like there was a flag that went down.
We got a penalty marker.
He's getting big holes there by a line that is much smaller than the defensive line of the Cougars.
The marker would be 49 yards.
Oh, it looks like there was.
Yeah, it looks like they might have picked it up. Koenig in the shotgun. He's going to hand it to number 41, who's got some running room up the middle, makes a guy miss, and he's going to be taken down by T.J. Gibbons. And a touchdown saving tackle.
6 points.
Some nice ground on Tomei. It looks like Tomei may be down as a result of this tackle. So 151 to go.
We've got an injured Lion. It looks like that's the ball carrier, number 41, Mark Tomei. Hopefully he's all right.
Looks like even for the Cougars, number 54, Jordan Bates, he was limping off the sideline, so hopefully he can get back out there. He's one of the interior linemen that have been bouncing back and forth. He's been able to stay in almost every series. So
yeah, he had a big sack in that first half, and he's been doing a good job clogging up that middle. So hopefully he's all right. Tomei able to walk off the field on his own power.
Gotham comes in, the running back position. Farrell again in the quarterback position. Epic and Keeney. Quarterback spread out to the left, tight end to the right, two backs in the backs.
Looks like NDCL in the Wildcat.
Farrell takes a snap.
And he's going to pitch it back to Gotham.
15-yard line and gets,
You know, that's the most unique thing ever. Their quarterback goes in blocks.
Yeah, so what they've been doing is they'll bring number 21, who's a running back, Matt Farrell. They'll put him in at quarterback, and he kind of takes the snap and then just pitches it backwards and becomes the lead blocker. And looks like they're staying in that formation, so their quarterback, number 13, Koenig, goes split out to the left hash. Farrell takes the snap, pitches it back to Gotham again. And I'm not too sure what they do off of that. If they don't pitch it, does he just keep it around the edge, or
It's like a different type of run-pass option.
Yeah.
Soon enough, we'll rip it off and throw a nice ball downfield maybe.
Right. So the quarterback back in, running option to the left. He's going to keep it. I guess it's hard to question it if it's been working all night. So
Seems like that's been working in speed options
right
outside the tackles.
4th down and 3 for the Lions.
So it looks like they're starting to sub in some more people on at the ends. So hopefully that'll help, with fresh legs, and hopefully we'll get some more interior, keep those guys, keep them going. It's end of the third quarter, but hopefully in the fourth they can turn it around.
That's the end of the third quarter. NDCL.
all right. So we're going to flip the field here to start the fourth quarter. Still 19-0, NDCL leading the Cougars.
Did they do the fours back when you played?
They did. They did.
It is just so cool. Those things, like you've been saying, it stays so consistent. And, it definitely helps. It keeps these guys together. I remember when I started as a freshman, there were guys, most of them were from local schools, but, when you had guys that were coming from we had Chanel. Chanel was a high school that closed, I believe, in 2013. We had
So
a lot
you guys
of,
got some transfers from there?
yeah. And when they came in, they started, they kind of picked up quick on it, and it definitely helped them warm them up to the school. They got people that have their backs. It's just little stuff like that you can't seem to ever forget. Actually, if you're Mr. Gibbons, Marty's father.
Looks like we got a legal procedure on the Lions that's going to bag it up 5 years for.
I remember Marty's father. He would just, if you didn't have him up, he used to come over to a few people and put your arms up for him, just to make sure that you stuck with it.
Every single time. That's what they're going to try a field goal.
Spaddock's going to come on, and he's going to try.
All right, so that penalty is going to move them back to a 4th and 8, and they're going to bring on the field goal unit. Now, their quarterback is the holder,
So if they wanted, they could go for a fake.
Snap is good, hold is down, and the kick is up and good. So we're going to have a score of 22-0 with 11:55 left in the game. So the Cougars got still not out of reach. 3 scores. Go for a 2-point conversion. We're going to have to move fast here.
Giving up on a down and distance over there, or what? Okay. Just checking.
Hey, if they have, we are.
Just listen to us.
He's making your job harder, Mike.
Just listen to us.
I'll give it a try.
Yeah, my finger gets
tired, so it's halftime.
Lions are going to kick off to the Cougars. Styles and Thomas will be for the Cougars. Fedek to kick off from his 40-yard line. Both Cougars down around the 5-yard line because that's where Spadek has been consistently putting
Notre Dame's notorious for a good field goal and
The Cougars got number 27, Josh Stiles, and number 24, Gregory Thomas back to receive. Looks like Stiles is going to take this one at about the 5-yard line. He's going to take it up the right hash, and he's going to be taken down at about the 24-yard line. So the Cougars are going to take over at the 24 with 11:49 left in the ball game. So we got to go to work here, Corey. I'm hoping we'll see some shots downfield. Maybe look for Aiden Fitzgerald. He can definitely take the top off of the defense and high point that ball. So
They even have number 7, Andrew Thielman. You know, both of them are 6'2", 6'3". They definitely have some opportunities. You know, just seems like quarterback's not getting that much time, so maybe they'll keep the running back in and give him a little bit extra time. But
another fumble here. So the ball is on the turf, picked up by number 21 for NDCL, and looks like the Lions got another turnover here on the Cougars.
And that fumble was picked up by number 21 for the Lions, Matt Farrell.
well, at least it gives the defense a chance to stop and bring that momentum back. So just got to wait and see how it goes.
3 turnovers in the second half for the Cougars. In addition to the miscue on Spadek.
Then Lions.
First half, ball in their own territory. Ball's marked at the 27-yard line. First down, 10 Lions, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 1 to the right.
Koenig in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to Gotham.
Back to his left side, gets to about the 25.
He's going to be brought down
Second down.
by number 13 and number 65. So number 13, John O'Keefe, and number 65, Alex Harb on the tackle. Going to hand it to Gotham, and it's going to be taken down after a gain of a couple yards by number 9, Cross Nimmo. And it's good to see number 54, Jordan Bates, checking back into the game. I'm glad he's okay.
Lions line up with 2 receivers.
3rd down and 4.
Right, 1 to the left, wing right. Koenig in the pistol formation.
Koenig looking for the option. He's going to pitch it, and Gotham's able to get the edge. And it's going to move the chains for an NDCL Lions first down.
You know, with being me graduating 7 years, and I think you were.
I graduated in 2010,
So 12 years, right?
Yep.
Lions line up.
Well, it looks like a false start, but
Too fast that time.
you know, there was always a special thing about this rivalry game. You know, when I was a junior, it was very, very tight. You know, I think they were looking for playoffs, and I remember that Dylan Bell was the quarterback at the time, you know, Mike Bell's son, and he threw a pass right into the corner, and it just like shut them down, stopped their playoff run, and it was just like, it looked like it was out of a movie almost.
Yep. Yeah, it's definitely a cool game. Typically the record for each of the teams doesn't matter. It's still usually a good battle, but unfortunately this year it looks like it's been all NDCL Lions.
Didn't they move down to Division 4 a few years ago, I believe?
I know this year they're Division 3 Region 9, so
Okay.
they must be back up. I think the Cougars are in Division 4.
Yeah, I remember them moving down a year or two ago. Because never when I was around, I never saw them play Kirtland. I'm pretty sure that they played Kirtland recently.
Yeah. I think they did, and the Cougars even played Kirtland last year in week 1. We got Koenig looking to pass, and he's able to complete it out of bounds at the 6. That's going to be 3rd and 2. Or I'm sorry, 4th and 2. So we've got a 4th and 2 with 9:20 left in the ball game.
Guys come out in the tight formation with a tight end on each side, one receiver out left, one to the right, top in the backfield, in pistol formation.
Koenig in the pistol. He's going to keep it, running the option to the left. He's going to pitch it, and Gotham's going to be taken down, and it looks like he's going to have enough for the first.
That was a great read by Gibbons, though. Usually the goal of that option is to get the defensive end to bite, and he was able to stay on his feet, twist his hips, and make that tackle.
Looks like they're going to take a closer look at the measurement.
You don't see too many times when they come out with the change anymore.
And it looks like they got it. So it's going to be 1st and goal for the Lions at about the 4-yard line.
9:13 left in this game.
Lions again at the line of scrimmage. And they come out with one receiver left and one to the right. 2 tight ends, one back in the backfield. Gotham, Koenig in the pistol formation, takes a snap, fakes the Gotham.
Koenig's going to play action, and he's got a man wide open. So NDCL going to be able to score another touchdown. That pass was completed to number 9, Ryan Zucker, the senior tight end. That's what you're going to see in a rivalry game is I don't think anybody's going to be trying to just run the clock out. I think they're both of these teams are going to keep their foot on the pedal all the way through.
As the Lions look to the sideline, they have 2 receivers split out to the left, one to the right, one tight end to the left. Koenig takes a snap. He's rolling on his left
So
side.
Koenig going to run the option for the 2-point conversion, and it looks like he's going to be taken down just a bit short. So we're going to have a score of 28-0. NDCL on top of the Cougars with 8:55 left in the ball game.
What business formation gives you the best tax breaks? What are the differences in taxes between an LLC and a corporation? We've got the answer. Call Zappatelli Financial Services at 440-354-0375.
It's always difficult with with how the game goes, scores like this, but no matter what, it keeps fueling the rivalry for no matter however this game ends. The losing team, they'll work harder, and this is one of the games that they look for no matter what. Usually the coach, they always say the game that's going on right now is the most important, but they never forget about this game. It's always great that it's at the end of the season. It's just a good recap to show that whoever wins is still on top in the rivalry. And I'm pretty sure that more often than not, Lake Catholic does come out on top.
For sure, yeah. This is definitely going to be some chalkboard material for the offseason, especially being the last game of the year and not getting into the playoffs. So they're going to be using this to fuel their offseason and hopefully start next year off on the right foot.
I think last year's team, if you look at them, a lot of them, they were together at St. Gabe's, came here, and you were able to see how far they came. And even though a lot of these players, I'm not too sure what grade schools they were at, they were able to definitely, the sophomores and freshmen that play, it'll definitely keep them going, and I think that they'll be able to come out better next season. But still got to see how this season goes. You got to give the seniors and whoever's last game it is, the chance to really end on a high note.
So we got Brant in the shotgun, back offset to his left. Thomas in motion. He's going to fake it to him. And Brant's going to run up the middle for a nice gain.
And we just put in Patrick Radigan, number 43. He is a freshman. Looks like he's finally getting some time to get the real-time experience.
Cougars come out, 2 receivers left, 2 right. Cantrell in the backfield with Grant in the shotgun formation.
Brant takes the snap. He's looking to his right, scrambling. Buying some time, and he's going to launch this one out of bounds. So smart play by Brant there. We've got a 3rd and long situation here. Down by 4 scores.
The pass and a loss of down for the Cougars on that play.
Cougars come out with 3 receivers lined up to the right. 1 Radigan is to the left. Brant with Cantrell in the backfield is in the shotgun formation. Cantrell on Brant's right hip.
Brant taking the snap, surveying the field, trying to find a man. And he throws over the middle to Radigan, and it just falls short, incomplete.
8-minute mark of this 4th quarter. Cougars are going to punt.
4th down and 7. Cougars.
So Cougars opting to still bring on the punt team. So Height's going to send this one deep. And it's a high, deep kick. And it's going to take a Cougar bounce all the way to about the 34-yard line. That's where they're going to spot it. So NDCL is going to take over with 7:49 left in the ball game, and leading the Cougars 28-0. Koenig under. Fumble in the backfield.
Looks like
Cougars are saying they got it. And they do.
Perfect.
So Lake Catholic getting the little boost that they need. And they're going to take over at about the 30-yard line. Looked like Koenig fumbled that exchange from the center and lost it in the backfield, and a couple Cougars able to cover it up. So we got 3 receivers off to the left. Aiden Fitzgerald on an island in the boundary. Cantrell offset to the left. Brant takes the snap, flings it out to Cantrell, looking for some room. And he's going to be dropped for about a loss of 4.
Tackled by 24.
Loss of 4 on the play. 2nd down and 14.
right to the line of scrimmage, 7:15 to play in this game. Grant's in the shotgun formation. Styles
Cougars with a bunch
one receiver
right.
to the left. 3 receivers bunched to the right off the wing. Grant
And
takes
they're
the
going
snap.
to fake the handoff to Styles, and they're looking back his way. He's got him wide open down the left sideline, and Josh Styles is in for the touchdown, and that's a great play dialed up by Bill Sowers. So the Cougars showing some life here, able to find pay dirt.
Bill Sowers, the O-line coach. Sowers, the O-line coach.
Really?
Here's the call. We've got a holding for the Lions. It's the play, and the touchdown is good. So the Cougars will try the extra point with Jay Height coming out for the attempt.
Just under 7 minutes left, so there's still a chance. You know, definitely a great push. Definitely going to give them a little momentum. Hopefully they can get this extra point.
Want to send the offense
Or-
out there. Now Height's coming out, so they're going to kick for the extra point.
Like sending on the kicking unit. Try to make this a 28-7 ball game.
Ball set down at the 10-yard line.
Jake Height, Cougars.
Height set to go. Snap back, hold down, kick up, and the kick is good. So 6:52.
And the kick is good. So we've got 28-7 with 6:52 left in the ball game. It'll be interesting to see what the Cougars do here on this kickoff. Maybe we'll see a short pooch kick, some sort of squib. See if we can cover up that ball down the field.
Back at high school state. Lions 28-7. Cougars took advantage of the turnover.
They did, and it was a nice play by Grant and Styles on that pass play. Probably the best Cougar play tonight. See him get another score or two.
And that holding penalty is going to be assessed on the kickoff.
Looks like NDCL is lining up their hands team. They're expecting a onside kick.
Yep.
Looks like Lake's going. It was a really good kick.
Oh, he's able to get it off of the NDCL player.
And Lake Catholic.
Lake Catholic has it.
Great
All
job.
right. So we got some action here, Corey. We got the Cougars.
That was a great kick by number 99, Jake Height.
Yep. Got a nice bounce, hard to field that, and bounced right off the hands of a NDCL Lion.
And they see that
Cougars able to jump right on it.
Curious to see what Coach Sowers does now. You know, I didn't I was talking to you, and I didn't even know that he was now the offensive coordinator.
Yeah, so he's the OC. It dialed up a great play that last drive. Snuck Josh Styles off, faked him the handoff, and slipped him out into the boundary for a nice little dump pass. So we got Brant with a bunch right. Brant drops back. He's going to send one
ball.
deep. And, just out of reach of
So
Aiden
close.
Fitzgerald. He had 2 guys beat on that play.
Fitzgerald had 2 steps on the corner and almost got to him.
That was a good ball, just a little too far.
JTO.
So Lake Catholic definitely going to be taking their shots here.
Now get the play from the 7, 6:42 to go.
Brant looking to the sideline.
To the right, 2 out to the left.
It's the call. We're operating out of the empty. So we got bunches to the right. And we got 2 to the boundary. And NDCL going to call a timeout.
Timeout, NDCL.
Does your business need a loan from the bank or the SBA? Or do you need financial statements to receive a loan? We can help. Give Zappatelli Financial Services a call at 440-354-0375.
Mark works there, right? Zappatelli? That's pretty funny, you know. Seems like Lake Catholic just goes Lake. John Carroll, stay local, you know. Sometimes I wish I would have stayed there. You know, I wish I would have chosen John Carroll.
Where'd you end up?
Lake Erie. I went there for a semester, and then I actually transferred to play rugby instead.
Cool.
But I can't remember his name. He was an offensive lineman, big, heavy-set guy for John Carroll. He went to coach at Tennessee. I think his name was like Zagorski or something.
Yeah, Tommy Z.
He was a character, man. He was awesome.
So Brandon's going to take the delay up the middle. So we've got a 3rd and 6 with 6:15 left in the ball game.
We got to try and run up there and get a quick score.
Brant takes the snap. He's looking downfield, buying some time. He's going to get rid of it, and it's going to go incomplete, out of bounds. So that's going to stop the clock at 6 minutes. And we're going to be faced with a 4th and 7 here. So priority number 1 going to be getting to the sticks and extend this drive. And takes the snap, dropping back. He's going to launch it deep, and it's going to be intercepted. So NDCL is going to take over at about the 5-yard line.
Bodies went up in the air. The line came down with it.
Lions ball. 1st and 10.
It was intercepted by number 17, Ryan Nixa, for the Lions.
You know, the more and more of these names are said, did you, when you were at Lake Catholic, did you end up running the Cougar Camp with all the younger kids?
I did, yes.
Yeah, I remember a lot of these NDCL kids, they were there, and it's just, you know, it's crazy to see, you know, them running around, and then, you know, 10 or whatever years later, here they are. And
yep, yeah, it's going to be a quick pass out to the right, and he's fighting to stay in bounds to keep that clock running. Yeah, and I think that's what makes it such a fun rivalry, is because, you know, with all the Catholic grade schools around, you know, pretty much if they're going to stay on the east side of Cleveland, it's between VASJ, Lake Catholic, and Notre Dame Cathedral Latin. So that's where majority of the kids in this area end up going to high school. So I know like St. Gabe's is probably, you know, 50-50 between Lake Catholic and Notre Dame Cathedral Latin.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
I went to Our Lady of Mount Carmel at the time. Now it's Our Lady of the Lakes in Wycliffe. And we pretty much were 50-50 as well, you know, with kids that went to private Catholic school. But yeah, St. Joe's is kind of back on the map with a good football season this year. Be interesting how that gets a pool of kids to go there.
The referee's trying to figure out what down it is.
Should be that there was a first down play. I'm seeing this one right.
No,
So
should be second down.
because they marked off that as a penalty, and then they marked it from the spot half the distance from the goal line. So I still believe it's first down. And that's what the down marker says on the opposite side.
First and short.
So the Lions go to the line of scrimmage, two receivers to the left, one to the right.
So it looks like we got a 1st and 10 here after a penalty. Koenig's going to keep it around the left edge, and he's going to be taken down after a gain of a couple yards. Tackle made by Alexis Pacheco for the Cougars.
Tackle by Alexis Pacheco.
Receivers left, one to the right, close to the formation. Gotham in the backfield, Koenig. Takes a snap.
Koenig's going to take the snap. He hands it off to Gotham.
Across the 15, across the 20, gets it
And that's going to be enough for a Notre Dame first down.
4:52 to
Tackle by TJ Gibbons.
NDCL's line is just doing really good at opening gaps. You know.
Yeah, they're doing a good job moving that interior line right now.
goes from the left wing to the right wing on the left.
Hard thing is you got to stay honest with it because they could come back anytime with the speed option.
The ball to the back, and he's across the line of scrimmage to about the 22 yard.
Ashton down on the
It's
ball
going to be
carrier.
a short game by Gotham. So 2nd and long.
Still here.
Pacheco on the tackle.
Clock's running. About 4 minutes left in the ball game.
Chilly and damp night.
Lions two receiver set to the left, one to the right, wing to the right. And Epic comes across from left to right, sets up in a slot. Koenig in shotgun formation.
Koenig takes the snap. He's going to give it to his back. Breaks a couple tackles around the left edge, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. So that's going to be enough for a Lions first down.
Jacob King on that tackle.
You know, we talk about tradition, all that. You know, Rob, what was your most memorable thing? You know, that you could tell. You know, whoever's on the live stream listening in. You know, they've talked a lot about tradition. You know, what would you say would be your most memorable thing that you could shine some light on from graduating 2010?
I would say my sophomore year, we were able to make it to the state semifinals. And then kind of similar to what we're seeing here with Lake Catholic now, we had a very successful team, good leaders in front of us. I was just a sophomore. There wasn't anybody really in our sophomore class that was sniffing the varsity field. A bunch of Division I players, Joe Gaglione, who went on to play at Iowa, Dave Plunges, who went on to play at Albany. So some big-time football players in that class, Pat Schweigert, Mike Schweigert, just to name a couple. But those guys, you know, got us to the state semifinals, and we lost a heartbreaker to Licking Valley. And then my junior year, we kind of had a down year a little bit. Didn't end up making the playoffs. And then my senior year, we came back and made it to the state semifinals, in which we lost to Maple Heights. And so on that team was Marty Gibbons, Jimmy King. They were all the grade below me. So I think it was just kind of cool to see both ends of the spectrum. You know, I saw success as a young guy where I was just kind of sitting, watching, learning, seeing those guys and that atmosphere that they built. and then had a down year, and then we were able to come back from that and kind of get the young guys under the same wing that those seniors when I was a sophomore showed us the way and kind of brung along the younger class. So it comes and goes with certain times, and just if you can keep that constant with that tradition and what the identity of Cougar football is, I think that starts with the coaching staff, and there's no doubt that these guys are able to instill that. So I'm excited to see what Coach Gibbons gets going here, especially in the off season, and I think they got a great coaching staff, and I'm truly excited to see what they do here. But I had nothing but good experiences from my time playing here. How about you? Anything that sticks out?
When my brother was a senior, that was the first year after a while that we weren't making playoffs. So I didn't get the experience of making it in playoffs in my years at Lake Catholic. But I'd say the most memorable thing is just seeing how welcoming the upperclassmen were. They like to, be a little, I wouldn't say rough, they like to kid with you, you'd have to kind of gain their respect, but, no matter what, they always reassured you that they were there for you, and as long as you showed that you cared and showed that you had a passion for the sport, they would do just about anything for you. And something that you always would want to reciprocate. I was lucky enough to be a captain, and when it was Scott O'Donnell's first year as head coach, he sat myself, Dylan Gardner, who is Owen Kaufman's cousin, Daniel Morales, and Jimmy Svelvar. He sat us all down. He said, when I was here, he was on the 91 and 92 state team. He said, when I was here, those captains, they picked up. They held a lot more responsibility, and it was nice to be able to see how much you would change the kids' lives, and help the underclassmen just know that as long as you stick true to it, it will help you.
For sure, yeah, and it's a lot deeper than just football too.
Yeah.
I mean, down the road, you could have a guy that's a senior that is helping you get a job somewhere, you know what I mean? It goes full circle, so everybody definitely looks out for each other in this brotherhood, and if anybody needed anything at any stage in their life, you can always go back to where it started. The Cougars able to pick up a pass interference penalty across midfield. It's going to be completed, I believe, to number 7, Andrew Thielman. And the clock's running at about 1 minute and 15 left in this one. Brant going to do the QB delay, able to find some daylight, pick up the first down, keeping the drive alive.
It's definitely hard to see under a minute left. The seniors are realizing, they're still going to try to be hopeful, but the underclassmen, they're going to learn such a valuable lesson from this, way more than they will understand now. But they're going to see, it's a heartbreaking thing. You're going to see some people that you stuck with through thick and thin throughout the year, and you're going to see, this might be their last time. And I think it'll really push them. It'll push them in their off-season workouts. They're going to still be around those football players, but the football players are going to guide them and say, hey, you really got to pick this up. And I remember when in 2013 when it was my brother's last game, I was going to be a junior the next year, and he would push. He pushed all the underclassmen hard, and he was just able to mold them, and you would see it in their eyes. You know, you'd see the way that they would, you know, go about their daily lives.
It's good stuff.
WISD High School Player of the Week.
They're definitely playing hard. You know, they're still taking their shots. That's a sign that's saying that, you know, they're going to give it their all.
So we got 32 seconds left in the game. Hoping the Cougars can send this one out with a bang. He's rolling, makes a man miss, and he's going to pick up another first down.
Great run.
Move the change. We'll see if Marty Gibbons decides to stop. Nope. 25 seconds to go.
Nick Brandt leaving it all out there. Fight until the end of the game. So Brandt dropping back. He's looking for somebody. And he's going to throw it for the end zone.
Good try.
Tipped and incomplete. Yep, you're right. He was looking for Aiden Fitzgerald there. Aiden almost able to make a play on that ball. Closely defended. And this might be the last play for the Cougars in the 2021 season. 3 seconds left.
You gonna go down and see the other coaches after this, you think?
And it's going to be incomplete, and that's going to end it here, folks. So we've got the NDCL Lions beating the Lake Catholic Cougars 28-7.